Hey folks, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking you through round 11 of season 30 of PSGL at Mexico. Notable, well, because we got our best on PSGL so far, spoiler alert, but I wanted to cover some highlights of this because it was almost the perfect race for me. But we start off with qualifying. And this is our first attempt on the softs, having set a bank time on the mediums. We've gone 1.2, nearly 1.3 seconds quicker to go second place provisionally, just behind Seb. Say just behind, it's about 3 tenths. But we got sorted out and got ready to head out again for a second run. And going on to our lap now, we're going to take this whole lap in full. We're sitting on a 1:15.2, which put us in 7th. With about half a minute to go in the session. So left it till nearly the last minute, braking hard at the 100-metre board, hitting that apex, using as much of the curbs you possibly can, using the curbs on each of these. Not optimal through there, it was a better run on the first lap, so we lost a tenth there off our best in the session at that point, braking just after the 100-metre board and bring it around, trying to hit those apexes, take as wide a line as possible to get on the power early. And then miss this first apex, hit the second one, run wide, get on the power as early as you can. Despite the AstroTurf on the side there. Wider line as possible, turn in, try and hit that apex. Same with these. Sweeping through. And this one is a challenging corner. You want to try and hold as much momentum as you can. We got a better run through there than we did on the previous lap. A little bit of time gain, nearly a tenth. Braking hard, just after 100 metres. Use as much of the curbs as you're willing to get away with. And again, hitting these curbs nicely. A little bit of the sausage curb as well. Going through this final corner now. Short shift up to 4th, running narrow to get the shortest run to the line. And it puts us in P5 as it stands with a 15.0. It's our best lap we'd done yet at Mexico. Better than we did in practice. While those up ahead were doing some pretty quick times of their own. So we knew we had our work cut out. Strategy-wise, we knew it would be a two-stop. We thought we'll go for the soft, medium, soft strategy to get the slower stint out of the way in the middle and give us a bit more pace at the end of the race to try and compete. We do start 6th though, as someone else put in a slightly quicker time than us at the end of qualifying. But as the lights start to go out now, we are away. Quite a long hold there, but we get away quite nicely. Not the worst start. Close up a little bit on Thomas in the first phase, but then lose it a bit as we've got quite a lot of drag. We ran quite a high downforce setup for this race, but that will play into our hands later on. And, well, it'll give us better traction out of corners. A bit of clout between RVL and ERT, but both of them get away with it. Davey was coming up here inside, but nothing doing there, really. More action VRT and RVL gave us the opportunity to go down the inside of the Alfa Romeo to give us the outside here, left him some room, just about enough room left for us, and we held it round the outside, and with that extra momentum we actually finished the move off, which is a big surprise for me. So that was helping with the confidence somewhat. So on these next few laps we were just trying to stay in touch with ERT up ahead as he was catching Nicholas Boiter. To which he then overtook Nicholas. So thought, well, we can capitalise on this. Looks like Nicholas is lacking a bit of pace, so we can try and use him, try and get through at some point, because RVL was still breathing down our neck. So we had to be aware of that. With the other cars, just like Davey and co, further back, sort of out of contention at this stage of the race. They're sort of well out of range of any DRS. Boiter then goes back past ERT, they stay side by side. Went a bit deep on the brakes though, not ideal. Left us vulnerable to RVL.
Oh no!
Unfortunately,
Finn, mate.
friend Finn then crashed out of the race, but we had the momentum to put a move on Nicholas with ERT also going past him, so double overtake for us two over the Red Bull. And then on the following lap, we came in to switch over to the medium tyres as per the strategy.
So you can call and turn. Oh, dude. Sorry, bro. That's such hard luck.
So,
Wing damage is
nice
so
clean
brutal in this
stop.
game.
would
brutal.
come out behind ERT. But it's our teammate just ahead, obviously on different strategy. He started on the mediums, so hence why he's still out there, but they're quite worn mediums by this stage, so I thought we need to get past him as quickly as possible. So, sort of being patient here, didn't want to do anything stupid and get some wing damage or something, so we waited, used some of our ERS, waited for the DRS, and it was, well, fairly easy pass in the end. And, yeah, not much in the way of response from him, given the age of his tyres, but at this point, lap 12, we had a safety car call due to Max crashing out in the S's. Unfortunate for him, but we capitalise on some other people having to pit. As we rejoined P6, we had a few cars going off. As RVL went off, Davey went off, he retired as a result. So there's probably some cold tyres and got some wheel spin and just, yeah, ran out, lost control. So we move up to 5th, although we're side by side with Georgios. We stay side by side, trying to hold this position. Carry the momentum around the outside. Still left enough room here, but again, carry the momentum on the outside line and maintain that position, which is awesome. Unfortunately, we then picked up a 3-second time penalty. We picked up 2 warnings on the first couple of laps, and that was our 3rd. So we had to hope that other drivers would begin to get some of their own. As we sit in 5th at the moment, started catching up to ERT Thomas. And, well, he isn't getting any DRS off the car ahead, so this should be a fairly easy pass, even without ERS. Such a long straight here, you can just run the DRS, and that's enough to get through fairly comfortably. And with that, we tried to break away from Thomas. In fact, he had lacking some pace on that lap after I got past him. So Nicholas was also on his own, so we went past him up into 3rd place at this stage. Moritz on 9 seconds of penalty, Seb's on 3. So gradually some drivers were picking up penalties of their own, as we were hoping for, to give us the best chance of holding a decent position at the end of this race. Nicholas came back past us, and then our teammate crashed out. And that was perfect timing, because we already had softs set, and this was around the window in which we'd pit for softs. Interestingly though, Georgios made use of a loophole in the rules where you can overtake in the pit entry, as far as I know. So initially I thought, wait, why is he overtaking? However, it was quite an opportunist move, because, well, I've seen this before, it's allowed. So it really caught me out. So we push on anyway. It's a long race. I say it's a long race. It's like 10 laps to go as we restart. Georgios went past Seb, but I think that was just before the line, so I think he had to sort of let him go. So we look to go past Georgios here and try and hold the outside line on Seb. Perhaps should have left the ERS on a little bit longer there, but you know, we kept the momentum going, stayed on the outside, and basically pulled a similar move as we did earlier on Georgios and stayed on the outside. Although we needed a bit of ERS this time to hold that, as he went then looked to the inside line going into turn 4, but held it around there to get the apex for turn 5. Not much he can do to respond to that. Note that Seb's on the medium, so this shouldn't be too much of a difficult overtake once we get round to it. However, we still don't have DRS yet, so we're all relying on ERS and straight line speed. So nothing doing there, not yet anyway, so I had to be patient, try and make sure we didn't use up too much of our ERS. However, we did get the DRS here and very comfortably made the move. So at this point we were leading the race. First time we've led a race in PSGL, and well, yeah, it was a pretty crazy feeling, I'm not even going to lie. Nerves were jangling at this point, but just had to keep it clean, stay comfortable, keep it smooth, keep the pace up, and hopefully we might even try and break away. As you can see, the gap's building over Seb, as he's holding up the guys behind as well. So we're hoping to sort of break the DRS. And in doing so, we actually had some really good pace on this lap. And with the tow we got with the DRS earlier in the lap, we also posted the fastest lap of the race.
Fastest lap.
As you can see, the gap was out to a second, but a few laps later, Georgios and Moritz got past me. They just were making use of the DRS, got back into that window, and it was pulling them along. And there was not much I could do to respond to that, because I need to save some ERS for the end of the race. As Moritz as well got a good run with his DRS, and well, he's got 17 seconds of penalties, so it's not much for danger in terms of, well, there's absolutely zero danger in terms of him finishing ahead of us, unless we have a really catastrophic error. But this is where one of the mistakes crept in, just misjudged my brake on Moritz, but didn't like go past him necessarily. Went a bit deep on the brakes into this hairpin and sort of clouted the side of Georgios, but I see it's just hard racing at the end of the day. Everyone, no harm done, no damage. Everyone sort of stayed where they were.
Elbows out.
Got past Georgios on this final corner as well, so we're looking to sort of push on and catch up to Moritz, although we didn't really need to because of the penalties. But then because of DRS and the positioning of my car, it was easier for Georgios to hold this position. I didn't want to hit the back of the Red Bull. And on this occasion, even though arranged slightly differently, Georgios got the move done on me and started to pull away. So on this final lap now, the top two are battling, still in third. Bauer's just behind without a penalty at this point, so he was destined to win the race, all going in his favour due to lack of penalties. I was sitting on 3 seconds. So I was going to leapfrog Moritz as well, so it was a net P3 at this stage. So sort of just trying to bring it home, not get any damage, not make any more mistakes. Went up the inside on an opportunist move for Moritz so I could try and put the pressure on Georgios, but got on the curb. A little bit of wheel spin, so didn't really capitalise on that. Although we come through the final corner and we're going to come across the line to get our first podium finish in a PSGL League tier.
Is that going to be P3? Come on, is that going to be P3? Yes! Yes, it's P3! It's P3! Yes! Yes! First PSGL podium. First PSGL podium. Get in! Yes! 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 Come on! It's P3. Fastest lap as well! We got fastest lap! What? No way.
And there we have it.
Through getting the DRS and then driven a lap in the
achieved.
lead. And as I came round,
well, we achieved an amazing result, and you know, with a fastest lap to boot as well. It was pretty amazing. So we're really impressed with the pace of Mexico, and yeah, we're looking for more in the following 4 rounds of the season, remaining 4 rounds of the season, next time out at Singapore. So let's hope for more. Thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If so, leave a like if you want, and goodbye.